You know, I probably need to start the stream now, just so you don't get bored of this intro screen music playing. Hello! Hello, folks, welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the Elden Ring A-Z. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. So I was going to stream some Minecraft at 3. I still plan to. But then after that, we're hopping on the Minecraft SOS server to record our final moments of Minecraft SOS. So I thought we'll play some Elden Ring before instead of after, because I won't have time after. We're going to hop back into it. So, an update on the status of Aaron G. Stone, errant sorcerer and user of the Academy Glintstone Staff. I have been farming some runes, as you can probably tell from my location if you're at all familiar with Elden Ring. If you're not familiar with Elden Ring, this is the open-world Dark Souls game, basically, and if you're not familiar with this challenge, I've already started a few streams ago trying to beat Elden Ring with every weapon in the game in alphabetical order. We are starting with the Academy Glintstone Staff, which is currently upgraded to plus 15. But in Elden Ring, a lot of the time you are leveling up using runes, and runes are in short supply because you die a lot. So some Elden Ring players found this area where you can farm this bird by shooting arrows at it from a distance, and it runs off that cliffside and dies, and then you get about 13,000 runes. I have an accessory now that gets me more runes. I went to the cave where you get hold of this, beat a boss for it, it's not a big deal, and now I can get more runes from defeated enemies, which means I get slightly more. And there are also some items, these gold pickled foul feet, that allow you to boost rune acquisition for a short time. It's about like 2.5 minutes or something like that. It's not particularly long. But I put somebody else's stream on, and I farmed this bird for about an hour, or about like 200 or so arrows. So now I have 3 million runes, and I'm going to use them to level up, because I want this playthrough to go well and also fast, because I want to get on to the next one. So we're going to increase the vigor to 60. This is going to take us from level 88 to about level 128 or something. I'm going to increase mind to probably about 35, and then we're just going to put the rest of the points into intelligence. So that's now going to be 63. And now we are slightly better prepared for going to the mountaintops of the giants. Perfectly balanced, no exploits, exactly. And I still have 97,000 runes, and I need another 9,000 or so to level up one more time. And I guess I have enough golden runes here to do that, so I'll quickly do that. Yeah, so now we're down to like 2,000 runes once I put this level into intelligence. 64 is a good number. And yeah, we're level 129, and we have a losable amount of runes, so I can feel a little happier about that. We're going to leave. I have a little checklist, basically, of stuff that I want to do. The first of which is a quick stop in Liurnia, although it might be slightly slower because we haven't been there yet. Where is that spot for farming at? Mogwin Palace. So you have to do Vare's quest, which can be done offline. You don't actually need to invade people, but Vare's quest requires you to go and beat an enemy who's like a scripted invasion on the Altus Plateau, and then go and find either your maiden at the Church of, what's it called? Church of Anticipation, or Vike's maiden, who is like up here at this point in the map, and then he gives you the Pureblood Knight's Medal, which gives you access to Mogwin Palace. This is also the area you will need to go to and beat the boss if you want to play the DLC, which is coming out pretty soon, so keep that in mind. And then you ride from the starter area, regardless of what level you are. You don't really need to fight anything on the way. You ride from here through this area and up to the Palace Approach Ledge Road, and from there you just get a bow and some arrows, and you shoot the birds hundreds of times to acquire runes. Aaron G. Stone, the G stands for Get OP. It stands for Get Fired Up! So we're going to go to Bellum Church briefly to get the Sacred Tear there, so I can have a slightly better heal, because now I have a ton of health, and the largest mana gauge I think I've had in any playthrough of this game. And then we're going to go to the tower that's in the top right, or the, I guess, northeast corner of Liurnia of the Lakes. Primarily so that we can get some magic from there, because there are some spells which count as glintstone spells, so I will be using them as long as they're good. And I haven't really tried these spells before. I didn't get them on my original playthrough, which is the only other intelligence-focused playthrough I have done, and even then I was mainly a dex build with int as like my second highest stat, so there's a third maiden you can use. Oh, yeah, there's probably like a few alternatives to some of that, yeah, but like your maiden and Vike's maiden are just the easiest ones to find, I believe. Like if you can use Finger Maiden Theralina in Celavis's cellar or something like that, but she's a puppet by that point, so I'm not sure if she even has blood. We'll get the Grand Dectus lift, Grace, even though we've gone to the Altus Plateau already, so I don't actually need to use the lift. Given the screen size on mobile, that helm reminds me of one of the masks from Majora's Mask. Yeah. So, oh yeah, there's that guy. He's like, hey, where's the Halig tree? And I'm like, wrong lift, you idiot. So we've got that now. And we will probably... Yeah, we're going here, so we'll probably have to deal with the Tower of Sauron, but that's fine. The Sauron of this game, Shabriri. I had absolutely no idea what was going on with this tower the first time I encountered it, and so I never went up the tower, which is the only way you can prevent the effect from happening, so... actually a bit of a problem. So let's hide behind these rocks for a second here. There we go. And we'll get slightly closer to the tower. We'll get a little dose of madness. But I should be okay if I just stay in the lee of the rocks. Wait for the next pass. And prepare a comet shard for the rats. And, oh, there's one more. Get knifed, get knifed. Okay, we're safe. Good. The third maiden is the blind girl in Weeping Peninsula. Oh, is Arena a maiden? Oh, that's interesting. That has some fun implications. Especially considering that normally she's just gone and then she becomes Hyeta. Huh. That's really interesting. I guess if you don't complete Castle Morn, then she probably just stays there. And we're good. Okay, good. Whew. It's a little bit rough, that one. Anyway, we don't need this, but I'm going to get it anyway, because it's here. Never met a chest I didn't want to open. Which is how this game has trapped me a couple of times. But yeah, now we have Howl of Shabriri. Not a big deal. We are going to the tower. We are now just doing so without the Concern of Madness build-up. Oh, there's also a Grace here, which is convenient. Don't know if I really find this Grace all that often. Frenzied Flame Village outskirts. Right, yeah. Makes sense. She doesn't become her, as you know, if you finish Castle... Yeah. I mean, she dies if you finish Castle Morn, but then... she is Hyeta. Because Hyeta doesn't appear until you finish Castle Morn. So yeah, I guess that works. That works out. That makes sense. Get it in the thigh. So this is another one of the rises that I think we have to... You don't need to finish Castle Morn for her to appear, you just need to talk to the blind woman. Do you? Huh. So this is another erudition one, which we can't do. Because I don't have the gesture. Can we get up here, though? Like, is it possible to climb the tower if we don't have the gesture? Like, on some of the others, it's possible to get up there with, like, horse parkour, but I'm like, this one is... The architecture is different. Let me just check something real fast. Because you get erudition from giving Topes the Academy Glintstone key, but Topes is dead. And this is the converted fringe tower. If he's dead, can you not get it from his bell bearing? No, because it's like a quest thing. It's not something you can purchase. I'll do a quick check at the round table hold just in case.
I've decided I'm off in so we may not if there's may the Golden Order.
Blah blah blah, Golden Order. Yeah, you can't, like, buy it. And it's not like using Starlight as a spell does that, right? I don't think it does, anyway. I think we might be unable to get that. I haven't killed him before. I killed him to get the staff. It's the fastest way of getting this staff. Because otherwise I'd have to get into Rey Lucaria and then start farming wizards, which I didn't want to do. So a couple of these are possible to get to if there's a spirit spring nearby, because you can just leap to the top. But in this case, I don't believe there is one. And it's not really possible to get onto that back part there. Which tower is this? This is the converted fringe tower. And I checked the wiki and it seems like the only solution that it gave was use the erudition gesture wearing one of these crowns. But there aren't any other gestures which light up the helmet, to my knowledge. Why are so many people playing Elden Ring and Mario Thousand Year Door? Well, Thousand Year Door just got a remake on Switch, and Elden Ring has DLC coming out later this month. So yeah, we can't really do a whole lot here. So that's unfortunate. We don't get access to those spells. It's Gavel of Heimer and Cannon of Heimer. I was hoping to get those for this playthrough since they are glintstone sorceries. But, you know, that's what we get for killing taupes, I guess. Have found a tutorial. If you want me to put it in chat, it is written out. I mean, sure, feel free. Or, I mean, I guess there aren't really mods around that you could, like, whisper it to one of them and they could link it, but, yeah, if there's a way of getting up there... then that would be quite cool. Like, I don't think I can really, like, horse parkour up to this. Go to a plain area, run with torrent, jump from him. Oh, okay, so you can... yeah, right, so they basically want you to use the glitch to fly the horse over here. I'm not going to bother with that. Honestly, like, I'm fine skipping it. We can always get these spells on a subsequent Glintstone Staff playthrough, and that's something for us to look forward to, right? We can do like a Battle Mage build or something. I was just kind of hoping that we would be able to get it for this playthrough. That's not a big deal. We can ignore that. It's not essential. Instead, we can go back to Altus and head over to find Azure and get Comet Azure. Do we need to go up this side? No, I guess not. That was unnecessary, but a good stunt. Good stunt nonetheless. Oh, the blue hood is over here. We should probably get that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on a corpse in one of these buildings. Oh no, that's the rat ashes. Where is the blue hood? I'm sure it's in one of these, like, side buildings. Somewhere. Did it look like a pain in the little video of the guy doing it? Oh, yeah. No, like, I've seen people do that in the speed run. Like, I saw the GDQ speed run of this game where they did the All Remembrances run, and part of that does require you to, like, glitch out the horse. And I'm like, nah. I think this guy might actually have some fun gear to give us, since he's like one of these lone enemies who's just out here. Yeah, there we go. So we don't get the gavel, but we can equip this if we want a boost to strength and intelligence to the detriment of FP, which seems weird for a mage, but, you know, that's a cool strength int build thing. Oh, it's up here with the women. Yeah, I think that's where you get the robe from. How many hours do I estimate this challenge to take? I'm not even measuring it in hours. Like, if I want to do every weapon in the game, if I played Elden Ring... If I completed a playthrough of Elden Ring every week, it would take me 6 years. So I don't know for sure that we're ever going to actually complete it, but it'll be fun to try. So, mainly I just want to get more out of this game because I always end up playing the same way. I always end up choosing like the same weapons and abilities and stuff, and so I wanted to play a few Elden Ring playthroughs while the DLC is still fun for people. Or the DLC is still, like, getting people hyped for this game. Twin Knight Swords as well, nice. And so, yeah, I decided to just do some silly Elden Ring playthroughs. Yeah, 6 years is... probably enough time for them to bring out Elden Ring 2 or whatever they plan to do, so... Again, take the the challenge here with a large helping of salt. But then there's plenty of salt that comes from this game too, so... Have I thought of how to handle late game weapons? Yeah, so the second playthrough we're going to have to do is the Onyx Lord's sword, which is only available to you once you reach the Lake of Rot. And the third playthrough is the... sorry, I said Alabaster Lord's sword is the second one. The third one is the Onyx bow, which you can only get from the Consecrated Snowfield, which is basically the area right before the Halig Tree. So, yeah, I'm planning on effectively just building a character on the way to those, but sticking with early game gear as much as possible. Like, so I start as a samurai, I just upgrade the Uchi-Katana, or I start as a hero and I just upgrade the axe. And in the case of the Onyx bow, I feel like a strength dex kind of approach is going to work for the way that weapon scales. So maybe I start samurai and see where it goes from there. Either way, it's going to be kind of ridiculous, but I'm also sort of looking forward to it at the same time. What's up, Yuki Shadow? Welcome in. Doing very well, thanks for asking. I have upgraded this character to a pretty ludicrous degree thanks to farming some runes, and I am now headed off to get a very powerful spell, which I should be able to cast with my current intelligence stat, so looking forward to that. Just need to dodge around all of these Abductor Virgins. I'm not planning on doing much of the Mount Gelmir stuff, because, like, fighting Rykard would be interesting, but it's not that easy if you're a mage unless you're using cold magic, which I am not. This is also the wrong way to go, but we get Golden Vow from here, I guess, and we get to fight Anastasia the Tarnished Eater. Corpse Stench Shack. Alright, these dogs are going to be annoying if I don't deal with them. Oh, the dog bit her. Get her, boy, get her. Yeah, try and roll away from me, will you? This spell is absolutely the best at taking out NPCs, and I really wish there was a slightly more powered up version of it, but seems like Star Shower is honestly the best it gets. Get her, get her. Oh, she's figured out that she has to stay close to me in order for this spell to work. But I have a dagger as well. Oh, God. Okay, this move is a lot easier to avoid. Yep. Ah! Get away, lady. It's the dog. The dog is called Lady. Swift. Look at this rolling. Who knew she had a career in the circus? Alright, GG. Butcher's Knife. Sacred Butchering Knife, though. We're not going to see that one for a while. Bonus pick streaming at the start of your workday. There you go. Oh, Stone Sword Key as well. Nice. Okay. So I think we probably need to start at Erdtree Gazing Hill and go up the little gully instead, right? What's this game about? This is a Dark Souls game, but with an open world, basically. You just run around beating a bunch of bosses. Eventually you become the Elden Lord. Explaining what it's about is a very convoluted thing, because the plot is sort of obscure, and you're expected to find out what's going on through, like, the descriptions of items and things like that, if you really want the bigger picture. But at the beginning of the game, you are told, stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord, and you sort of figure out how to do that by running around and defeating bosses. I can explain some of it if you want a brief explanation, but it won't make a whole lot of sense. Because this game is not meant to make sense, it's meant to just be a fun game to play. Stranded playing Elden Ring during your first playthrough just past Margit. I think I'm overwhelmed by all the open world. Would I choose to forget all knowledge I had of Elden Ring if I could? I would honestly love to have played this game again for the first time. Dangerous Cookie, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Also, thank you so much to Poisson3 and Rob Kamen for the resubs earlier. Sorry I missed those. I was concentrating on what I was doing, and what I was doing was somewhat futile, I think, at the time. So, Shaded Castle, I don't think we really need anything from. I really don't want to fight Elmer. So I'm actually in the wrong place a second time, but maybe we can go this way. I forget how this... because that leads out to Erdtree Gazing Hill. How do I get to the other spot that's like... It's harder to discern when I don't have the map. It makes sense if you put a lot of time into deep diving all of the lore, yeah. And even then, I'd argue it doesn't make that much sense. Oh, can I go this way? I think maybe I go this way through Wyndham Ruins. This is all going to be like absolutely second nature once I've played a couple more times through this. So we can fight the Tibia Mariner here. That'll be something fun to do. Let's hit him with a comet. Dang it, he moved. Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, yikes. Big skeleton. About to get lasered. Don't mind me. Ignore me! Get staggered. Oh, all these crossbowmen. There we go, alright, he's dead. And these aren't ads, these are just like regular enemies that were around here, so... Hello, can I... Thank you. Okay, now we go this way, I remember. Up through water? Yeah. Jadis, welcome in. Or Jadis, not sure which. The amount of Elden Ring you watched on stream at this point is impressive, considering I don't play it. I'm not even looking for it. Yeah, there's a lot of people playing it right now. I've been watching a lot of folks play on stream. Just fun seeing newcomers to the game, or people like playing through for the second time in a while and they haven't played since like it came out or whatever. Barrage. There's a bit of volcanic rock in the area. Unsurprising, we are on a volcano. And we just have to avoid the fire swamp looking stuff. Oh, I forgot we get another golden seed over here as well. That's nice. I'll be having that. There's absolutely no point in doing the catacombs here, I don't think. We can just ride on past the bridge where Patches kicks you off if you go up the Mount Gelmir slope that way. One of these days I will start keeping account of exactly how many people joke about this being Minecraft, because I just need you all to know that you're not original. Oh. Ouch. Oh, so we might need to fight a Magma Wyrm to do this part. That's a thought. That's something I hadn't given much thought to. Don't worry, Night Shift, it's fine. And we should be okay to fight the Magma Wyrm, I think. Just last time I fought one, I did have a couple of summons with me, but I don't think they did much. I think I was still the star of the show. I could do with equipping... I don't even have any of the, like, Flame Drake talismans, because I've not gone and got the Great Rune from Limgrave. Ow, okay, yep. No, he did get me with that one. Good job. Pretty good damage output though. Oh wow, he leaps. I didn't realize this one had a jump. Man's got mad hops apparently. Ow, ow. Knew I was going to get caught by it eventually. Fine with it being now. He does this little sword upgrade. Big sword upgrade. And then we stun him. GG. We'll get a quick crit. Wait, did that not damage him at all? Hello? That was a weird crit. I didn't like that. I'm going to be over here, if you don't mind. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was kind of like the crit landed like mid-torso for him and it didn't actually hit his weak spot at all. Oh wait, no, I crit with an open hand because I had no weapon equipped. Okay, that was embarrassing. I literally just noticed I somehow put my dagger away. Anyway, we killed him, so it's fine, but... the no weapon crit, just literally sticking your hand in the glowing eye socket of a giant dragon. I've not done, not done worse than that, I don't think. Let's go see Alexander just because we get the jar from this.
Ah, good sir. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you.
Alexander the absolute legend. Fully agree.
But, I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying, above the lock.
Alexander is incredible, and he's like, hey, this volcano isn't hot enough. Let me go and temper myself with the flame that burns the Erd tree. Pick up a few of these just in case they're useful for topping up on runes later. Oh, we can also get the smithing stones from this, but does mean messing with a rune bear. Hello, chaps. Nice. I can't remember what kind of smithing stones you get from this one. It might be 6s, in which case we do need them. There it is. Literally the Incredible Hulk. Don't touch me. Come here. Bear not interested. Okay, so a single pebble will deal with these guys. Pebble the bear. It vanished up the butt crack. Alright, keep coming, keep coming. This way, this way. We overshot slightly. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Yeah, good job. My bear dodging skills are second to none. Okay, that was a useless flask. Never mind. Listen, listen, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I need to get to a grace. Where's the grace? There it is. Get me in the shack. Craftsman, save me. If I had a nickel, I know, right? Now then. This is where the Demi-Humans are hiding amongst the sheep. To spot the difference picture. Don't need to worry about them. Keep on running. Alright, we probably want to take out... Never mind, that did it for us. Let's grab this just so we can say nice words to Bok. Glintstone arc for these. Okay, cool. I think we're in the clear. I think the Abductor Virgin rolled off. So now we just got this guy to deal with. I still wish some of these had a longer range, but that's obviously one of the limitations of Glintstone Sorcery. What was that? That was one of the giant whirligig things that sometimes comes out of nowhere and tries to kidnap you. Just absolutely bullied Margit, summoned wolves and Roger and mobbed him. Yeah, jumping Margit is one of the delights of this. On subsequent playthroughs. It's just like not caring about the principle of the thing where you're like, I have to beat the boss without summons. It's like, no, I'm just going to summon everything. Okay, so the Demi-Human Queen here shouldn't be too much of a problem. The sorcerers around here, on the other hand, might be. So I do just want to make sure I take care of them first. It's Comet versus Pebble in the Battle of the Century. Although Pebble does occasionally prevent me from casting Comet, which is the problem. Oh! You've killed one of your own. How do you feel now? Swift! Swift! Ah, I see you have some swift shards too. Let us dance, you and I. And this is where this last guy over here might finish me off, except he seems to have died as one of the ads for this battle. Oh, I got another staff. I can dual-wield Academy Glintstone Staffs. Staves. Jenny, thank you for the 25. Your longest Twitch sub. Oh, what an honor. Thank you so much. Anyway, we're about to receive the best sorcery in the game. We're about to absolutely Kamehameha some fools. Bring it. Okay, so this kicks off one of the other spells that I wanted to get hold of. I'm not going to bother opening up the rest of the map for Volcano Manor. because now we can go back to Selen and show her the fact that we have Comet Azure now. I'm also going to equip it. What's in his head? A lot of rocks. This is the mark of a glintstone sorcerer who has excelled in their craft. Oh, we need 3 slots open for this. Let's get rid of glintstone, pebble, and regular comet, because I think Comet Azure is going to be pretty essential. We now have another memory stone as well, so we can get potentially more of those from the other towers that I haven't been to yet. And I bought the one from the round table hold. There might be another one you can buy. Either way.
There you are. Shall we commence the lesson? What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding glintstone sorcerer, a stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you.
I don't think he's seeing anything anymore.
Us both proud. We can speak more later. If you recall, it was for attempting to the toothless. I want glintstone, no matter what, my apprentice teacher, and but hear me out. I need your help. Perhaps the
And let us journey together. And I don't think she sells you Shard Spiral until a little bit later. I think maybe after you go and find Lusat.
I need your Master Lus and like Master my apprentice with this glint.
Great.
I need him. He's nigh at after his a place called thinking about it wouldn't be too.
Okay,
Your
cool.
appetite for learning. You make me you wish to indeed.
So I think yeah. We need to go and do the Lusat dungeon first. Which should not be too difficult. We just need to go back to Caelid. These heads remind me of the Shia LaBeouf video clip. Yeah, they do look like papier-mâché heads. It's pretty funny. So, out here, I also want to check my smithing stone count, because I think now we're on to smithing stone 6s. I might be able to upgrade my staff a point or 2 more. So from here, we're going to grab the Selia Understair Grace and whatever is on some of these bodies around. Some more fun summons. We're going to completely ignore Gowry and Millicent, I think. Because Gowry does teach you sorceries, but they're all night sorceries. And I don't really want to mess with them too much. There's some fun stuff to have here, though. And also a bunch of goobers trying to out-sorcery me from the streets. Little do they know I am a master. Recognized by the Academy. Ow. Stop shooting arrows at me. I'm recognized. Well, that was garbage. The log is literally in the way by a pixel. Okay, cool. Double slash. Don't really need it, but happy to have it. When can we expect to see the start of the Elden Ring Survival Guide? You're looking at it, bud. You're looking at it. This is how to survive as a glintstone sorcerer when all you can use is the Academy Glintstone Staff. Alright, that breaks a seal. Then we can hop over here. Right up this. If it'll let me. Hello. Torrent, please. Thank you. Get this flame lit as well. Missed the Dirt Hut tutorial. That breaks that seal. And finally, you know, for something called the Town of Sorcery, you thought we might have been here sooner, right? Especially since there is a golden seed at the top of this stair. One small amount of horse parkour later. Rivers of blood without the blood. Just rivers. Trap the Elden Beast under the end portal and cheese it. Gosh, I wish. I'm not looking forward to that fight. Shard Spiral will make it easier for a mage build, but I am a little concerned about my chances of even getting there. I don't think we need to fight Night Maiden and Swordstress. Love that this game not only lets you horse on the roof, but encourages the horse on roof shenanigans. Absolutely it does. In before boulders. Psych. Let me see if I can get this one, actually. Okay, I'm pretty sure those are invincible. My favorite thing to do with Barefist Steve is to wait for one of those to roll down and attempt to punch it. Just like tap R2 as it gets close. I think you end up with... you still get knocked down, but I think it does halt it in its tracks, which is pretty funny. My Resident Evil 6 Chris Redfield cosplay. Or is it RE5? I forget. I'm not really caught up on my Resident Evil lore. Anyway, this guy here, standing in the graveyard looking vaguely menacing, is supposed to be the hint that you're in the right place, I think. The fact that a student of Azure is, or a student of Lusat maybe, is guarding this place. Surprise, the rock was a illusory wall the entire time. Have heard of another crab's treasure? I have heard of it, yes. I mostly heard about it through a couple of people on Twitter, some of whom are kind of grumpy that the developers keep imposing their will on speedrunners. The only Souls-like you played because you cannot stand traditional Souls-like visuals. It has a lot more bright colors. Yeah, so I've heard there's some fun aesthetic to the whole thing. Cool, I can still just fight those guys. I forget where the illusory walls are in this place. Normally I'm relying on, like, player messages and stuff. I think there might be one here. No? Or is it here? I probably don't need to put so much sorcery into this. Likely futility? Good, good. The two face head thing scared you for a second. It's kind of goofy looking, I will admit. You need to go by the sound cues in this place. Kind of like alert you to where there are hidden passages. Oh, good. Yeah, we have to do this, don't we? Boo. Well, let's see if we can... Doesn't really angle down, does it? Let's give this thing a shower instead. These are like my least favorite enemies to fight unless I have an incantation build. Ah, I'm familiar with this sorcery. Oh, that's not so bad. camera wildly swinging around as we go. It's trying to find me. It knows I'm here. See if I can get a different angle. Nope, it's just going to be struggling under here for a little while then. Thank goodness for that. Okay. The tension. And at the end of here, we should find the other way. Should go the other way. Where is the... Oh, is it in the other bit? It's in the other bit. I needn't have even bothered with this guy. There are two of those pools. And the second one has the hideaway in it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a mage in front of it, so I shouldn't even have been looking where I was looking. Freaking snails, dude. Don't eat my dahlias. There we go. Swift. An international payment. A quick transaction. Oh, ouch. You, my friend. No chance. You had no chance. And here is Lusatz, who has a frankly pretty incredible hat. And gives us Stars of Ruin. Oh, is that the upgraded one? I'd forgotten, because I was looking for Glintstone Sorcery on the wiki. I forgot Stars of Ruin is probably the upgraded one, but it's Primeval Sorcery, so it's in a different category. Ah. Oh, right, and this is the way you need to come out. So, yeah, of course, of course. Makes sense. Trying to work out where the hat starts and ends, right? He's kind of become a big rock now, so... Okay, the River Cat, thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Alright, we'll wander up through here. Try and reach a point that we can teleport out. Go see Selen again. And probably from that point, I think we can buy Shard Spiral. I am kind of curious to equip Stars of Ruin and see how well that does, considering how useful Star Shower is. I think we might need to ditch a couple of other spell slots in order to use it, though. If it's anything like Comet Azure, it's going to be a multiple slots kind of deal, so we might need to do more of Rani's quest and try and get the accessory that gives you 2 more spell slots from Noxtella. If I want to have a chance, you know? Okay, literally walk like 2 feet further and now I can teleport. Chillness, you working and lurking? All good, all good. Thank you for stopping in.
My apprentice, I have a favor to ask. The form you... My body in prison. Can you make... I have some... Who could have... You have my... I am true. This is... This brings us the bodies of... If only I... My body is imprisoned in... Can you make the... I have something.
Okay, cool. Good, good, good. So now... let's... Oh. Didn't realize we'd gathered enough golden seeds, but we have. I love that. 7 and 5 seems good. And... oh, Stars of Ruin is only 1 slot. Oh, that's replacing Star Shower then, surely. It is a lot more expensive. But I basically only use this when there's a really tricky enemy I want to take out. Oh, yes. Very good. Very good. So now we go to 4th Church of Marika. We get Selen's Primal Glintstone. So along with the Glintstone sorceries, I'm using the Founding sorceries as well because they're just too good not to, and also because if they are effectively the foundation on which Glintstone sorcery is made anyway, I think it still kind of suits the character. Oh yeah, gotta R1 this. Quickly get a Glintstone arc for the rest of these puppets. Nice, okay, cool. And then, oh! They're not even all that hefty, those guys. Ah! Well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions. Well, that barely does any damage, which is kind of a surprise, but then this is also a very early area for you to visit. The 4th Church of Marika, yes. Here's a sorcery I will not use, and a sorcerer who I will help.
There is something. My prime star has someone make myself.
So, creepy noises ahoy. I'm progressing very fast. I mean, I've basically just got a goal of hit the end of the game and beat the Elden Beast with the staff.
This is my essence.
Alright. Now we quit and rejoin the game to see if Jaren is here. Ah, he's caught in a bear trap. Yep, there he is.
Ah, I hardly expect you didn't. Well, just put it. She was known as obsessed, the most dangerous. It is a woman, I suspect. I'm sure she's sickening.
Alright, I have absolutely nothing to do with this, I promise. Let's go to Rani's Rise real quick. How many times have I beat the game? 3 or 4 now, I think. And I rarely do like a complete playthrough, so I have like 500 hours in this game, but a lot of it is just kind of like goofing around, doing half-finished playthroughs. And so, in theory, beating the game a few hundred times is kind of a ridiculous thought, but I do kind of want to see how we do. First time you thought her, I thought I had to hit the crystal cuffs to set her free, ended up killing her? Yeah, no, I had absolutely no idea why there was another Selen in the basement the first time through. Like, I had to read a guide to how to do this quest.
My apprentice, thank you. And it's
How long has it been? About, like, 2 minutes?
To expel the night dear. Finally, to expel.
Alright. So now we go to Ray Lucaria. We're in the schoolhouse. Oh, wait a second. Friends, we're going to have to return and beat Rennala. Because I realize I never finished this fight, so Selen can't be there. Then again, I have leveled up a lot since our last attempt at this. So, I mean, we might have a slightly better chance now. What do you do? Spend half a season building a mountain. It's weird to hear me half do anything. I mean, yeah. This is a very recreational game for me. And the reason I have so many half-finished playthroughs in Elden Ring is because I dedicate a lot of my time to playing stuff like Minecraft. Which is why one of the only reasons I feel like I can do challenges like this is if I'm doing them on stream. Because then at least it feels like, you know, content. It feels like work. So let's go and have a Comet Azure off with Rennala this time. Also a netherite beacon, yes. Well, that was fun too. I'm back. Did you miss me? Barely get a chance to sing. Okay, we'll probably still 3-cycle, but hey, at least it's viable. And also these guys are doing 0 damage to me, which feels very good. I don't think I've ever done this fight with such a high-level character. Because I've never avoided it this long. Yeah, this is going to be a 3. Ow. It also occurs to me that one of the other things that makes this fight really difficult for magic users is the fact that there are so many targets, so you can't really, like, target lock onto stuff. Because there's bodies everywhere, so casting spells at individual targets gets really annoying. And I'm like, this whole fight is designed to be absolute hell for int builds. That's hilarious. One more hit. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Really did not want to have to go through that all again. Will I be doing stream highlights for YouTube? I'm going to be uploading it to my VODs channel. The first stream is up there now. Subsequent streams will be up at a later date. But I am archiving them all, so if they're still unlisted or private, at least they are definitely going up. Anyway, we know what happens here. And then she starts charging Comet Azure, so we start running. And then I charge Comet Azure. And miss, because of course I do. She is still so tanky. Like, that is absurd. And obviously she has, like, the full moon spell that's just gonna, like, fully absorb any magic that I hurl at her if... Yeah. absolutely absurd that this fight is still so difficult as a caster at level 130. Okay, that knocked her down at least, so I can charge another one, but... Man, having to tank through that is rough. And yeah, she's just like casually sidesteps all of this stuff, which is kind of what I'm doing, to be fair, so I can't really fault her for it, but... Just gonna wait for the walls to go away. Can't lock onto her while they do that. Oh, thanks. Oh, and here's Darrowell. Yeah, we actually need to do Stars of Ruin, I think. Oh, ow, ow, ow. That was full force. And now the moon's just going to absorb all of that. Garbage, dude. Oh, more wolves. More wolves. Let me get over to you. She's got an answer for everything. Oh, yikes, here's the dragon. Honestly, Comet Azure is still perhaps our best bet. And even then, it's so difficult to land on her because she just sidesteps it. Alright, that's me out of mana, so we are finishing this fight melee style. Which is once again pretty rough because the magic damage scales on this thing and she's still resistant to the magic, so I had to be level 129 to actually beat her comfortably, and that's wild to me. GG, what a sorcerer. Give it up for Rennala, everyone.
Where did he flee? Is it to become?
Alright, so now we could respec if we ever wanted to, but I think I'm pretty comfortable with how my character is statted out. A very cool fight. Yeah, one of the coolest fights in the game, I think. Once you know the mechanics. Obviously, it's kind of frustrating at first when you're banging your head against a wall trying to figure out what on earth the mechanics are.
Art thou be not, I would birth thee.
Okay, so now I think we have to go back to the debate parlor so that it can reset this area and Selen can be here. If you're level 30, 130 right now, how high a level can you achieve? I think the max is 999. But the runes required to do that mean that you probably have to go through the game on New Game Plus a few times just beating bosses for higher and higher rewards. Or, I don't know, you could farm that bird in Mogwin Palace for 6 months. Oh, is 713 the max? Okay, that's odd, but I guess it's probably, like, the highest integer that it can store for whatever reason, right? But yeah, the max level in this game is something that's not really necessary or feasible to achieve on your first playthrough. It's not like you get to level 99 character or whatever. It's a little different to that. Basically, each level only means that you just increase your stat points by 1, so... Yeah, it's not even worth it, yeah. If you have, like, a full... I suppose the max must just be having 99 in all stats, at which point, like, your character is not built for that. Oh, yes. So now we assist Selen. Yeah. Yeah, this is how that works. There's a chime that happens occasionally as you're playing. It sounds like your doorbell. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeren, bringer of my death.
Watch as he rolls this. Yep, thought so. Stars of Ruin. Oh, she's using Founding Rain of Stars as well. That's wild. Such a cool spell. Stars of Ruin is definitely it, though. Stop casting, we did it. Hit the hard cap and you're done? Yeah. It's a better rune farm at the same spot? Yes, yeah, no, I've done the Albinauric farm before. But, yeah, not having a decent... the only thing I could use to fight all of them would be Glintstone Arc, and I don't think that's really super effective, so... so yeah, Selen.
You've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? With the bodies of so that my apprentice. You have your own calling, but do think of your teacher. You will always rest assured. No, my apprentice. But
Nice.
do you recall what that glintstone is? When you become lay bare this next time. Oh, what? If you fail, you can always pay me. Oh, don't fret.
And now we finally get the God-slaying spell. The Karalos Conspectus complete. And, we could get Scholar's Armament and Shield, but honestly, I don't think we will need them, because I'm not really using a shield all that much. I want to start using the Glintstone Chris. But it levels primarily with Dex. So I don't know if it's going to be better than the Crystal Knife. I think in terms of, like, damage output, it might be. Because obviously this hasn't been... upgraded at all yet. But we'll see. Anyway, Rennala's back. Selen is now a ball. We get this. And this one increases intelligence and arcane to the detriment of stamina. We don't really want to go for an arc build, so I probably won't use it, but we'll be back to that at some stage. Anyway, time for rolling. And I think that is one of the major acquisitions taken care of. I'm going to go back to the round table hold, see what I can do about the Glintstone Crease. The Chris Knife. And Rogera's probably dead. Right? We've done a lot of stuff on Altus. It's been a while since we came back to see Roger. He's probably dead. I guess not. Not yet, at least.
No. I need to do better than this. Oh, it's you. Don't pay me any mind. Just lay out your arms.
Okay, so we can upgrade the staff once. We need more Smithing Stone 6.
I spoke with her. She has a gift, so I told her if I'm indebted, it was all I could do. I'm sorry I...
Right, let's equip the Glintstone Crease just to see how that scales.
No matter.
It is somber. Okay, cool. So I can use those because I've been acquiring them the whole game and have no real, like... issue with that. So this does more magic damage, but slightly less physical. I can cope with that. I think maybe we ditch the Crystal Knife from there and we go Academy Glintstone Staff, Glintstone Crease because of having Selen as our mentor. And it's still the same, like... It's probably got a slightly different reach. It's got better crits. Doesn't guard particularly well, except against magic, but I've not been guarding anyway, so it's not like I'm like... Oh, hang on. Oh, I can't two-hand the dagger in here, can I? Is the Azure armor set any good for my build? I mean, it might be. But as of right now, I'm still just thinking of myself as an Academy Sorcerer because of it being the Academy Glintstone Staff, hence using the Ray Lucarian Robe. All of the Academy Sorcerer stuff is actually worse than the starting Astrologer gear. So I kind of wish that some of these gave me, like, boosts to int or something. Would be kind of fun. Anyway, from here, I am going to briefly take a break, just run to the bathroom, and then we'll continue. And the next port of call is probably going to be activating a Great Rune, but it might be Morgott's, just so we can get more health. And then we'll head out to the mountaintops of the giants. So I am going to be right back. See you in a sec. Hello, back to it, back to it. Back to the Elden Ring. Alright. Let's hop on in, and... yeah, I guess we'll probably go to this Divine Tower. This one out here, wherever it is. And I guess that means we'll have to fight Fell Twins, but I think I should be okay with those. At this stage, I mean, I'm level 130. I'm like end game level, basically, so shouldn't get too much trouble, and I do have some pretty powerful spells. I need to equip Shard Spiral. I feel like that's going to be okay against fire giants. I think Shard Spiral might replace Glintstone Arc. But I need to reorganize these, I think. So, like, let's take all of these off. Let's put Swift, Comet Shards, Shard Spiral, Founding Rain, Comet Azure. No, hang on. Let's do this slightly differently. Shard Spiral, Rock Blaster, Founding Rain, Comet Azure, Terra Magica. I think that's going to work out better, just in terms of the order of things. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. I also need to sort out my accessories. Because at this stage, I don't think I want to have the gold scarab equipped. Increasing stamina might be kind of useful. We also haven't done this. We haven't done the Divine Tower of Liurnia to go and see Rani's corpse, which has an accessory that boosts intelligence. And I haven't done the Mirage Rise either. So there's a couple of bits and pieces that we could get done. Plus, you know, there's a church here that has another sacred tier, I think. And that's the end of Yura's quest line. I could also go here and get more smithing stones. You know what? Yeah, let's get a couple more smithing stones from the sealed tunnel before we go anywhere. And then let's go to mountaintops. Because the sealed tunnel might even have some smithing stones that will let me upgrade the glintstone Chris. Or if I don't like this as much, we could go back to the crystal knife, and some smithing stones might upgrade that too. This is how I get down, yeah? Great. I think, by the way, I've decided that in terms of the ending for this one, we're not going to go do Rani's questline or any of the, like, alternate endings. I think we're just going to go for the basic, like, normie ending. Because it's our first playthrough. And I think after that, maybe we go for some interesting endings, or maybe, like, chat can decide how each playthrough should end or something, and that gives me a couple of optional objectives. But, like, I don't know, the Alabaster Lord Sword requires us to get so deep into Rani's questline that we might as well finish that, you know? This is another stupid one with stupid invisible walls. Swift. Getting a little bit of cash back from each spell here. Thanks to the Regal Ancestor Horn. Okay, that's not the invisible wall. What's up, Lucky? How's it going? Having a good one here. Working on the Elden Ring playthrough. Smithing Stone 5. Okay, cool. No smoke bombs from you. Oh, nice. Okay, I think that allows us to buy Smithing Stone 3 and 4. So that's actually really useful if we wanted to continue upgrading the stuff. This one I don't think we can actually roll down. I think we need to roll off. Or maybe we can drop down here. See a lot of bloodstains here. That's not promising at all. A lot of people just straight up fell down this one. Fancy spells, I know. That should reach. Yeah, get wrecked. Not sure if it'll hit that guy. Okay, it did. Just so I don't get jumped as I explore this area. Very good. I'm pretty sure there's a ladder that gets me up from the bottom here, isn't there? Yes, right there. Okay, cool. So the abductor virgin here is meant to break the statue in the far corner. So we'll need to do a little bit of dodging to avoid that. Nice, I'll take that too. But then we can probably comet it once we're done here. Alright, you. Wake up. Break the statue, break the statue. Okay, one more, one more. Dumped. Absolutely wrecked. 3 smithing stone 6s later. That should be another upgrade for the staff. Nice and comfortable. And a somber 5, which shouldn't matter for us at this point, but just in case you want to change things up later. Up ahead, thanks. How do I actually climb the ladder, though? God, that's a dodgy hitbox. There we go. Maybe it's meant to be that way so that you have a harder time getting away from the abductor virgin, but even so. What's up, goats? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good one. We'll be jumping into Survival Guide a little bit after this, but welcome to Elden Ring. We're going to be playing this for another maybe hour. And having a good old time doing it. Okay, there's a stake of Marika here, but can't really get under this. I guess you roll down, and that's the point, right? And then there's a bunch of rock snakes down there that blow up. You know the ones. So what's over here, if anything? Oh, you. Thanks for the stone sword key, I guess. Right. Rain finally showed up after weeks of 40+ temps. Wow, that's, yeah, some pretty intense heat. So I'm glad you have rain. Hopefully that cools things off a little. Things are just starting to warm up properly here in the UK. So funny when they give you items that it's like meant to be a troll. Hey, you wanted some old fangs, right? No? Okay. How many times have I beaten Elden Ring? 3 or 4. Once with Loy XP, once my original playthrough, at least once with Barefist Steve. Ow. But the goal is to beat it a lot more times. Another smithing stone 5. Any more 6s are the ones that I'm hoping to find. Oh, lightning grease. Interesting. And this should be the boss room. I'm assuming. I don't know what's in here. What am I fighting? Judging by the architecture, I would assume it's the Crystalians again. It's usually one of them. In which case we would want the Morning Star. Oh, an Onyx Lord. Okay, interesting. So maybe not then. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yeah, expecting this guy to stand still while I Comet Azure him is perhaps a little optimistic of me, so... Founding Rain it is. Or Stars of Ruin, rather. Can't wait to have one of those swords. May thy blade chip and shatter. Oh wait, I had the Morning Star, not this. There we go. We got the Onyx Lord's Greatsword. Not going to be seeing that for a while, but then... Below here. Oh, here we are. Here we are, my friends. Here we are at a tower we are not going to open today. Or probably at all during this playthrough. Because this is the one that leads to Melania's rune, I believe. So we won't be getting that. But hey, at least we have some more smithing stones now, which is what I really wanted. We can get one more upgrade. Is Roger dead yet.com. I plan on defeating Melania for any of the weapons. Well, I'm going to have to for, like, her sword, right?
I took you for no matter. It's all lay out your arms then.
So that's definitely on the cards at some stage. Outside of that, we'll see. There might be somewhere I have to go deep enough into the Halig tree to get them that I'm like, well, while I'm here, I might give it a try. But it isn't going to be a requirement for anything. Unless I can't get the weapon without defeating her, which is unlikely. I might still do some stuff as like a challenge here and there, but mostly I think my goal will be to beat the game as quickly as possible, because otherwise these playthroughs will take a very long time. Like, I love the idea of doing an all bosses playthrough for most of them, but also, like, it's not happening. Am I doing these all on new game? Yes. That's the idea. So I'm not planning on getting to like new game plus 300 or something like that. I am planning on starting a fresh character each time, because part of the challenge is how quickly you can acquire that weapon. How long will it take you to beat the game with every weapon, considering there are 308? It'll take about 6 years if I beat it once per week. So realistically, this is not a challenge I'll be able to finish, but you never know until you try. And later on, we might start doing some cheeky combining of certain weapon playthroughs, because like the play styles will be similar enough. Like if I do the Carrion Glintstone Staff and the Carrion Glint Blade, or whatever, the Carrion Greatsword, they're like right next to each other in the list of weapons, and is probably going to be beneficial to do both at the same time, you know? Alright, this is soporific grease, I think? Yeah. I've been here recently with Barefist Steve, so I sort of know what's going on here. You're the only one who's getting immense ideas for Minecraft builds looking at the architecture in Elden Ring. It's my entire Empire's Season 2 base was modeled after bits of Limgrave. So you are certainly not the only one. I was one of them at a certain point. Oh, just casually hops down from a cliff so that I miss. There's also a misbegotten warrior up here who's, yeah, kind of annoying to fight. Especially if I run out of mana. Me, who never did Castle Morn. How do I fight this guy? The answer is, as always, Stars of Ruin. Any enemy that dodges is now getting Stars of Ruin. No question. What do I prefer, caster or melee? I'm much more of a melee person, but in terms of this playthrough, I'm getting used to the casting style. Which boss is my favorite? I think that probably goes to Radahn, because it's just such an epic fight. Like, I absolutely loved it as an action set piece the first time I played this game. And I still do. I think it's such a cool fight. We beat him in 2 tries on this playthrough, and I was quite impressed with myself, but I was probably over level. Yeah, the DLC is going to add a lot of weapons too, so we will see. I don't think it should disrupt the order unless they add, like, Aaron A. Aronson's sword or something, because the DLC will be coming out soon, and I'm sure shortly after that people will have the, like, full list of weapons added to the wiki and stuff, so. It's going to be cool, though. Like, I've never played one of these games at release, and so I've never really had a chance to be super excited about DLC stuff along with everybody else, you know? I thought that guy was getting up to fight me. Instead, he was getting up to see why his friend was dead. That's what I should have had. It would have been useful to have that when I was fighting all of the stuff that did fire damage. I guess we have Fire Giant to worry about, but... Speaking of, I don't think we'll get to him today, but... We're not too far off. Oh, Royal Knight's Resolve. Oh yeah, this guy who thinks he's the Crucible Knight. Well, it turns out he is, at least right now. Played Caster all the way up to Fire Giant, then switched to Melee against Melania. I think a lot of people switch up their builds when it comes to Melania. My first run through, I definitely switched to playing with Rivers of Blood instead of Moonveil. Oh, I'm all the way back here, that sucked. Left your PS5 in England when you moved to Canada, so you won't have a way to play the DLC for a while? That sucks, I'm sorry. Makes sense, though. Like, it's probably a little easier with digital stuff and different accounts and whatnot now, but it's kind of a pain moving countries and not being able to bring consoles and whatnot with you. Yeah, I bought some PS1 games in the US when I lived there for a year, thinking, oh, I can bring these back to the UK and play them, and then, of course, it turned out that PAL NTSC formatting prevented me from playing games on an overseas console. Like, it was all incompatible. I'm just going to sneak past them this time, I think. This won't possibly draw any aggro. Excuse me. I keep forgetting that this spell can go through stuff, which makes it pretty useful as far as dealing with that amount of enemies goes. I guess I'll fight the perfumer while I'm waiting for the lift. They also really don't mind Shard Spiral coming at them like that. They don't dodge all that much because it's a while after you've casted it, so they can't really like input read. And so that's kind of handy against the ones that like to dodge in later game. Watched Hypno play this part last night. Yeah, I'm catching up to where Hypno is at. Although he's playing for the second time, and I think he's exploring a lot more than I am. Just didn't have the room in your carry-on. Yeah, right. Chris. This time, no prisoners. Oh. I see how it is. Fun, okay. It's always Stars of Ruin. Every time it's not Stars of Ruin, it still is. Secondhand Phoenix, thanks so much for the 31. Welcome back. Another day, another dunk. And the horse lives! We love saving the horse here. So, Fell Twins, I guess? Oh, wait a second. This one's going to be worth having. Haha! He's so big! Ah! Absolutely not. I'm already +6 on this, so we don't really need another Somber. I just like that scarab in particular. Okay, so we'll go up the lift, then we'll come back down to fight Fell Twins, because I don't think there's a grace here. The horse is free! No grace? No grace. Oh yeah, I forget that this lift goes down and not up. There should be a grace right here by the door. The game's setting the weather angle. Verboten lands. And let's actually rest here so they can get the flask refill. The omens don't dodge a whole lot, so I should be okay with Comet Azure, but we'll see. This way. You think, oh, I'll just fight this guard. This'll be easy. Nope, it's a trap. You were actually in a cutscene. Okay, they do sidestep. Never mind. Stars of Ruin it is. Oh, he got me anyway. I was rolling! Jeez. They still hit like trucks. The Swanton from the top rope. Is that guy dead? Where's the other one? Hanging back, I guess. Oh, I forgot about the wraiths or whatever they are. Wraithcaller Omen sucks. That should be it. Nice. Did beat the entire game with each weapon, or use them all in order in one playthrough? Beat the entire game with each weapon. The cut in a day breath attack, I know. He's a gamer. Anyway, so that's young Mogan, young Margit out of the way. Let's go and activate the rune. Yeah, still wish Comet Azure would hit. See you later, Yuki. Have a good one. And then we can just walk back to Forbidden Lands after we've activated this. Could use the extra health, considering that my helmet is currently reducing it from what it should be. Because this is the the helmet does that. To the detriment of HP and stamina. Because he's got 2 heads, you see? 2 heads are better than 1, though. So I've heard. And I think that's the one we'll go with. Would have thought you needed more MP. I mean, I think I'm alright for mana, really. Like, it's probably going to be a good thing to increase as we go, but, like, a lot of these spells, like Comet Azure, you just hold it down to cast, and so we're going to have to get the, whatever the tier is that means you drink the flask of mixed physic and then you just cast Comet consistently. I'm going to use this as well because we don't need Morgoth's Sword or the Regal Omen Ban, so that should get us, yeah, up to the next level. So yeah, we'll continue leveling Mind. And actually equip the Great Rune would help, since that option now exists. Fig pops instead of focus points. That's funny. So my next question is, how good are we going to be against the Gargoyle? Answer is probably not very, but we'll give it a try anyway. My preferred way of handling this area, aside from just riding through all of these guys, is normally to, like, plant a bunch of beacons on the map that follow the road so I know which direction I'm headed, but I think in this case we can probably just wing it because I do know where I'm going more or less. And because it's not nighttime, we didn't have to deal with the Knight's Cavalry, which I'm fine with. No, no, no. That's just flasks. They leave a lot of the flask scarabs around here. And I wonder if that's because they know that the Black Blade Kindred fight is coming up. They want you to be at least at full health. Speaking of which, yeah, that's what we're talking about. So now we have a health debuff, but also a health buff. Let's see how we do. This is Twin Blade Gargoyle, yeah? Yeah. Sidesteps pretty quickly. Still a healthy amount of damage for a single. Okay, yeah, he's not going to let me do that much. Alright, Stars of Ruin it is. He's a sidestepper, but we have the sidestep-proof spell. Twin Blade Gargoyle's movements are always so annoying to predict, though. Like, what even is the hitbox of this weapon? Which is why it's so much better when he just pulls out an axe. I'm like, okay, so that I know how to deal with. Get him stuck behind the pillar there usually helps. Swift. Swift. Nice. Okay, cool. We one-tapped him at the end there. It was good. Thank you for some weapons I will not use. Nice to see someone doing a playthrough and not latch onto the broken mechanics, just one-shot everything. That's part of the idea here, is like, surely there is a good way to play with most of the stuff in this game. Obviously not everything can be like a 100% certified banger, but you've got some fun weapons that, with the right build, can still be pretty fun. Like, I'm obviously pretty OP at this point in the game. Like I said, I farmed like 3 million runes. So I'm going in pretty powerful, mainly just so the stream doesn't get monotonous with me grinding for boss fights and stuff. Best placement for an optional boss, the dude outside Garank. Oh yes, that's so funny. Like the first time you get teleported to the Bestial Sanctum and there's just this enormous guy. And you're like, I guess I'm not supposed to fight him. I have learned from Tree Sentinel by this point that I'm not supposed to hit this guy. But then later on you're like, I'm gonna go back and fight that man. Anyway, we all know what an elevator looks like, so let's skip that. And now we are in Le Mountaintops of Le Giants. And I don't know if there's a grace here. I guess not, because the grace is just down below. But now we have this. And we've also kind of locked ourselves out of the ability to beat Moog because now Shibriri is here and we have not done the rest of Euro's quest. But that's fine. I wasn't planning on fighting Moog anyway. And to be fair, I could just walk through the door and combat Azure him and we'll see how that goes. But from here, there's some more ruins. Doesn't really have a whole lot for us. There could be like cold magic here, but I'm also not using cold magic. Which is another reason I'm not super certain if I'm going to bother fighting Rykard. Don't need to at this stage. We could just make a beeline for the fire giant. Like, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, it'll hurt, but like, I could just go there. And that could be where we wrap up the stream. Get to Farah Missoula. Do the whole thing. We do not want Briar Sorcery, so I will not mess with any of these. Shout out to the Fire Prelate, though. What a hat. What an incredible hat. And it's a clear day, so I can actually see the golem on the other side of this from this far away. Thank you for the ashes. What an incredible set piece this is. You're already supposed to know the timing, though. They give you some good places to hide. Some adequate defenses. And some items to lure you in. Let me up, let me up. Okay, we're behind the rocks. I think we're good. How close am I to finishing the game with this weapon? Honestly, there would be 4 boss fights, I think, between me and completing the game now. The problem is those boss fights are the difficult ones. And I'm not certain that I would have the greatest time fighting, like, Radagon and Elden Beast right now. But in terms of stats, like, I'm pretty well set up. I want to see if I can shard spiral up this guy's butt crack, but, you know. That'll do. 5 bosses and Gideon. Gideon doesn't count as a boss. I mean, in a way he does, but in another way you just absolutely murder him and it's fine. No, come back. Come back. There we go. Somber Smithing Stone 8, so that's for our Chris knife. Yeah, through here, around, up. Nice. Gideon's just a guy who's annoying and knows a lot. That's absolutely who Gideon is, yes. No Millicent today. Also no Latenna. It is very funny that in my first playthrough I never found Latenna. Even after Gideon was like, find the Albinauric woman. I'm like, I thought I did. Turns out I did not. Friends, I did not. That cave is also really annoying to find. Again, I'm sure we'll get used to it later because we will have to go and get the Albinauric bow. Gideon the all spamming. Gideon's an idiot. So through here where the Demi-Humans and whatnot are fighting. Shack of the Lofty Grace right here as well. Is it a grace? Maybe it's not a grace. Some maiden outfits, in case we want those. Gideon is Elden Ring's Tom Bombadil. Talks a lot, has absolutely no bearing on the plot. Makes sense. I also don't have the jellyfish summon, so I can't get the accessory from there, but that's one we will save for a future playthrough, I think. I tell you what's another weapon that I'm really looking forward to using at some stage if we get that far. The Tibia Mariner here has a sword that I think is called something like Helfen's Steeple. And it's a sword I've never used. And I'm like, I bet this sword is really good in the right build. Because it seems like one of those things that's like close to being one of the legendary armaments or whatever. But just never ended up using it. Never ever. Anyway, where's the nearest grace? Down here somewhere? I know there is one on the way. Is it by this lake shore? It's a clear day, but we cannot see the dragon because that's the whole point of the dragon. I think it's down here. Yeah, there we go. I knew there was one here somewhere. Why does Gideon feel like the gifted kid to Burnout pipeline? Yeah, nobody's ever told him he's not a genius. Alright, so we're going to make a beeline for the Church of Lobsters and avoid the dragon where at all possible. Why does it always spawn the dragon in front of you? Bye! We could fight it, but I also kind of don't want to at this stage. So I bail, thank you. Oh, there's the church. I was like, where's the church? This must be nearby. I need a sacred tear. My flasks do not restore nearly enough stuff right now. And obviously I have talismans that could help with that. But... or rather, I could have talismans that would help with that. Level 250 on my current playthrough. I still avoid lobsters. They're the worst, man. They're absolutely the worst. Echoes of Queen Marika.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I shed?
Sure.
Hark, brave guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal. Put the giants to the sword, let a new epoch begin. Brandish the Elden Ring. We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you. Torrent, please continue to lend your aid.
Thank you, Torrent. Also, I've heard a conspiracy theory, a wild rumor, that the reason the horse is called Torrent and Patches is called Patches is so that if you Google those things, a bunch of stuff about the characters comes up instead of, like, illegal downloads for the game. Which is a really smart thing, if so. I think that's really, really clever. Oh, is this Vike? This is Vike, isn't it? Of course. Let's not fight him, though. I think this tower has an Erdtree avatar guarding it. Oh, no, the Erdtree avatar's over there. What's in the tower? What does this tower have? So this is sealed. What's the deal with you? Falling snow marks something unseen. Oh, is this one you have to, like, melt? I don't have anything to melt it. I guess a torch. Can probably use a torch, right? That'll do fire damage. I have a torch pole. Is it one of these? Or am I thinking too Breath of the Wildy? Do I want spoilies? If it's just going to get me in this tower, sure. I can't remember how this one works. Fire pot. Could give it a try. Do I have one? There's an invisible bridge on the other side of the mountain. Oh, I see. And it's like the snow would fall on the bridge. Hello, you. I like how this one comes down like, haha, you assassinate my friends. Yep, turns out I absolutely assassinate your friend. Yeah, gotta approach from the other side. I wasn't seeing anything like that, but... So you have to, you have to come over from where the, Erdtree is. So I guess you do have to fight the Erdtree avatar. Well, we can do that. He's a big lad. I think the spells will work well. I want to see the name of this tower. What's this tower called? Doesn't have it on the map yet. But yeah, we have to cross from over there. Oh, somebody's noticed me. I think to get over there, though, I have to be on this side, right? So the... Let's find a grace and let's warp back. There's the flame, by the way. So we can go through here. We'll tag the grace on the other side and then we'll warp back. And I think we have to get to the minor Erd tree that's there from a different angle. Finding the invisible staircase on the bridge is the crappy part. Oh, okay. Right, so we have this now. So if I go back over here... This is probably the closest I can get. At least for the moment. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a thing for this golem to break, right? There's a statue down the end there, maybe? Died even on my second playthrough already knowing where it is, yeah. This is not something I did before, I don't think. So again, right at the start of this playthrough, or this challenge, I'm already learning so many new things about the game. Hup. I'm getting my FP back from enemies I'm not killing, but I'm fine with that. So we need to cross this bridge and go there. And then you get from here to there, basically. Is what I'm understanding. Let me know if I'm, like, off base with any of that. One of these bridges, I think, is the one that you find Corrin and Goldmask on, but it's not that one. I think the only somber smithing stone I'm missing is 7, and then the ancient dragon one, or whatever it is. So from here, obviously we can't get to there. Can we avoid fighting the Erd Tree Avatar is my main question. Gonna have Comet Azure on deck just in case. Just chilling over there somewhere. So basically you're supposed to get over there from here. And it was something about falling snow. Or is it that one there? Because there is like a bridge that starts there and is broken. The broken one, right? Okay, yeah. As long as I'm starting in the right place, I can probably figure it out myself from there. Oh, and there's a grace down here. Okay, good. They knew what they were doing. See if there are any helpful player messages that are like, here. Seek down. Alright, we've got about 15 minutes, so we probably won't do Fire Giant tonight unless I'm very quick at doing this. Shout out to all the snails. Use the Frost Stomp. I don't have it. I've not done a very comprehensive playthrough in terms of acquiring other weapons and skills. Oh, I see. There's definitely messages going out this way, right? Huh. Clever. Praise the bridge. Why is it always bridge? Okay, interesting. Now what? Yeah, I assume there's like a way of getting up to that balcony. It branches left, yeah. I see that. It was something about falling snow, but I'm like... I don't really see what I'm supposed to be following in terms of... Is it like here? There's another way you can test this, which is rainbow stones, but I don't even have that many of them. See a lot of bloodstains right here. Might need to adjust graphics to see it. Where's the quality settings? And it's all on either max or high, so I'm like... I don't know. The fact that all the bloodstains are like on solid ground here is promising, but also I don't... Can I use this? Doesn't exactly show me where I can be. Ah. Okay, okay, we're making it, we're doing it. Yay! And of course you can get like insta-killed by going in here because of these guys. Nice. Fortunately, I have a lot of health right now. It also said, I think, that the door on the ground level opened up. Shout out to Thranduil, I guess. Where's the stairs? Here we go. Hello. Ah. Absolutely not. Anyone else? Watch this be like a trap. There it is. That's the stuff. Oh. A spell I have never acquired in this game. Will there be a Minecraft stream today? Yeah, in about like 15 minutes. This one in particular, finding turtles, is not what I play Elden Ring for. Yeah. But again, if I know how to do these, it will spare me a lot of inconvenience in future playthroughs. Calm down. Anyway, that was like way more health flasks than I expected. Let's head over to where the fire giant is. From which point we will probably call it a day. Which way is the fire giant, though? There it is, over there. Over there. dodge and weave our way through this lot. Grab whatever this is. Only get stuck temporarily. So we have Fire Giant, Malekith, Gideon, Godfrey, Radagon, Elden Beast. That's our path to completing the game with this character. Provided that I might have time for at least an attempt at Fire Giant. Provided that I'm at least somewhat prepared. And not, like, underleveled or whatever. Like, we might beat the game next stream. Godskin Duo Disrespect. Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. I forgot we have to do the whole of Farum Azula. But honestly, like, swap them in for Gideon, because I don't care about Gideon. Where's the church up here? A lot of birds fighting trolls. There it is. I want to dip in here briefly. I know I'm going to get invaded by Okina, but I also want the sacred tier here. The sacred Teehee. So, Stars of Ruin at the ready, because it's an NPC invasion. It's me, the Rivers of Blood guy. Okay, he's gonna be a problem. Let's run him out of stamina. That's right, back off. Back off and roll sideways, my favorite. Oh, Corpse Piler is such a dope skill too. Really don't feel like getting hit by that today. Thank goodness for that. Whew. Church of Repose. Yeah, I should think so too. After that fight. Alright. We're going to use Rennala's Remembrance because I'm not using Full Moon Sorcery or the Staff. So I should just about have enough to level up. Just so we're not going to lose all of my runes if Fire Giant is difficult. Which I know he can be. Are the Graces checkpoints? Yeah, if you've played Dark Souls or seen Dark Souls played, they are bonfires. They're fast travel points, and they are points that you return to if you die. There are other checkpoints that are closer to boss arenas and stuff like that, but you don't encounter those as frequently, and you can't, like, save at them or whatever. Now the question is, do we summon Alexander? And the answer is, not this time. So, welcome to Fire Giants. I've not done this fight in ages, so I'll probably be quite bad. Walked into his first attack, so that's a good start. Yeah, this guy rolls a lot. I mean, coming from me, I know that's a bit ridiculous, but... You can also ride your horse in this fight, which is recommended because he lays a lot of traps. These spells are not going to be especially easy to catch him with because he's so big and he moves quite quickly. Or like, maybe not quickly, but he moves a long way each time. Ugh. We want to target his leg, though. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, I've got really low health flasks now. Poor planning on my part. All right, bye. I hate having to take your eye off that spell. We might get to second phase here, but I'm not going to last very long. There we go. So, warning, gross. Got to get Alexander in there, I know. Everyone who turned up early for Minecraft is like, what? This is the point where if you didn't notice the fact that he has a nose in the middle of his chest, then you will now. He has the Sharon gun. Which is a problem. Also, I have like so little actual health, so little actual flasks. And not enough mana to Comet Antio, so this will be fun. Okay, now I'm out of mana, so the only thing I have left is my Glintstone Chris. Something tells me this won't go well. Especially when he's leasing a house. He's unleashing 2 fireballs at a time. That could have gone better. But I didn't expect it to go well, so that works for me, I guess. Literally me right now because I just had a left foot surgery. Oh gosh. Right, well, welcome back to the Church of Repose. We're going to end the stream here as far as the Elden Ring stuff goes. 15 hours, not bad. Not bad so far. And yeah, we're going to wrap up there for today for the Elden Ring stuff, and I'm going to take 5 and come back and play some Minecraft. So stick around, we're going to be back in the survival guide world for the first time in a while, and I'll put proper like social media posts out so people know I'm live on Twitter and on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, we're just going to tinker around in survival guide, chop some woods, have a chopping Tuesday for the first time in a while. And yeah, then I need to hop off after 6 so that we can do the final recording on Minecraft SOS. So stick around. I'm not going to raid anybody because I want everybody to be back in here for Minecraft in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to end the stream and I'll just go and get another cup of tea and we'll be ready to go again. So see you in a bit. Bye for now.